and gentlemen, we got a special guest in the building on the Just Acting Up show. Man, my brother, Byron Man. Give him a round of applause, ladies and
What up, what up, what up?
gentlemen. Man, what up, bro? This man right here is a hard-working man. He's a writer, producer, entrepreneur out there. And you say you were originally from LA, correct?
Yeah, I'm out in LA still.
Out in LA, all right. And Mike already gave him the green flag since we checked the football teams and everybody, ladies and gentlemen. So Mike was about to have a problem with Mike. You got to stop having a problem with I guess with the
Yeah, 'cause
football
if he was a Cowboy fan, I'm gone.
It's finna be up.
I'm piecing them out.
Oh man,
I'm
but yeah,
I'm just
bro.
rolling with the Texans, I guess. I'm just rolling along with
Nah, let's get this show on now.
Man,
them and the
man,
Saints.
man, I'm telling you, man, we'll be all day arguing about football teams, man. But yeah, like I said, man, Byron, man, thank you again, bro, for joining us on the show, man. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm cool, man. I'm just hustling today and then doing some writing. Yeah,
Cool.
getting all my Monday calls about the way.
Nice, nice. That's what's up, man. So, since you talking about writing, let's go ahead. Let's go and get into it, man. Like, so, take us back and what got you started on your journey of into your career? What started? Man?
Man, I actually started in music before I started in TV and film. So, man, I probably really want to contribute it to my brother. My brother was a rapper, hustler, street dude. He had brought home a bunch of equipment one day and was like, "Yeah, I'm about to start rapping." As soon as he started rapping, I kind of fell in love with the arts, man, and really just like everything that we was kind of doing in that studio. I was learning how to write music, rap, record music, mix some stuff, messed around with some beats and just really kind of fell in love with the creative process. And then I was hooked like a drug, man. I was in music for a few years, and then when I decided music the music business wasn't really what I was that passionate about anymore, I switched over to TV and film.
Nice,
Nah.
nice, nice. So, man, so who was like one of your who was your inspiration for music? Like your favorite artists, like rappers or R&B guy, or what was your jam?
Man, I mean, at the time, man, this was like mid 2000s, so I grew up in the 90s, but like, shit, Pop, Jay-Z, Lil
Hmm.
Wayne, Ludacris, Nelly. Like I grew up in that era of music, so I thought all them dudes. That's kind of like when Kanye was probably new still and just kind of coming out. But them type of dudes were some of the dudes that I really really enjoyed their music. Snoop, everybody from the West Coast for real.
Yeah, man, that's that good era of music right there, man. We was all
What?
Yeah, man, prime time, prime time. I feel
Yes.
like the old now. I'm like, what kind of music is this? You know who? What he got dress on for? What the man wear a dress for? What kind of song is this? Yeah, I
Wait, I
feel like
have a
that dude.
question since you hit on that. What do you think about LL Cool J coming back out?
Man, I was listening to this song in the car the other day, and I was surprisingly enjoying the track, low key. Yeah,
hmm,
I thought it was classic LL Cool J. Man, he's one of the greatest of all time to do it. So like, even with his stints not recording music to then come back, at this time and still have like some of that nostalgic
Mhm.
rap flow to him. Like he ain't really recreated his style or nothing. He kind of just held true to his own. So I was surprised. I was kind of rocking with it. It was him and Eminem on a song, which I was like, oh, it's kind of cool. I gotta listen to it a couple more times. I only heard it once.
I
yeah,
haven't heard it at all, but I listened to another podcast and it was like, it sounds like LL got the best of him, got the best of him on that.
Oh
hmm,
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh okay.
yeah.
Yeah yeah yeah.
I haven't heard it. When you got two good MCs on the same track, it
Yeah.
gotta be a little bit of competition. Like, yeah,
oh,
I
Yeah,
ain't finna.
yeah, yeah. They was going at it bar for bar. Like I said, I gotta hear it a couple more times. But I was surprisingly rocking to it in the car last night, actually.
Nice,
yeah.
nice. What is the most rewarding part of making film? And then also too, what is the most difficult part as well?
Man, I mean, realistically, I mean the difficult part is the weight game for real. Like
Mm,
the business side of it, the politics to it, just the way that the business has been structured through the years, you know. So it's like it's a big kind of hurry up and wait game. Like you hear that a lot in the business, hurry up and wait, which is like everybody's pressuring you to get your time, but then when it's really your time, you know, you gotta slow down, or you know, you gotta wait for other people's approval and all these steps and stuff like that. So the business side of it can get a little tedious at times, waiting for people. I'm a producer as well, so like, you know, I talk to a lot of people about money, stuff like that, investors, you know, and the amount of time that you put into that, you know, you could have made a few movies during that time, and could have really had them their money back real quick. But that side of it is a little bit tough, man. The inconsistency of it at my level, you know, I'm still kind of like on the up and coming, still trying to make my way in the game. So, you know, there's a little bit of an inconsistency that challenges your home life and your personal life and stuff like that financially. But the rewarding parts of it, man, is it's like when it's your when it's your purpose and you're passionate about it, everything kind of feels rewarding. You know, like
Mhm.
I'll just be chopping it up with one of my boys, one of my creative partners. We might just be pitching ideas to each other, and that'll feel like fulfilling, you know, or um, being able to complete something with some people that you really, you know, can you cuss on here? Some people that you really with, you know what I'm saying? So
Shout
it's
out
like,
to Chris. Chris got to edit that, but go ahead, brother. Let it loose.
okay, cool. I'll try to keep it cool. I'll keep it cool. But yeah, you know, you definitely like all those pieces to it, man. You know, a lot of people sort of identify like the finished product sometimes, like, oh, you're so excited about it finally being done. Like, how cool is that? Your words, somebody was saying it on screen. And low key for me, that part don't really be that fulfilling. Like it's a lot of anxiety around being an artist and creating something for people to judge, you know.
Mhm.
So like if people receive it well, sometimes you got the syndrome of like, oh, it's hard to believe that they actually liked it. You know what I'm saying? So like, but then when it's doing really well, sometimes you're like, okay, cool, that was cool. I did something that people enjoyed. But for the most part, it's really just like the creative process for me, man, and coming up with ideas and stories and, you know, tweaking characters and working with other creatives that got good ideas. And you say something, they say something better. You like just excited about all the creative that's kind of going on, and the ability to actually make stuff that you can get out to people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does the creative part? This is just a question to piggyback off of that. Does the creative part get watered down, or it's not exciting anymore whenever the business comes in? You know.
It's a bit of a challenge, man, you know, because there'll be times where I'm like really excited about doing something, and you
Mhm.
know, people be like, yo, we got that payment, have that payment for you on Monday. You know, as an independent creator that works job to job, you like, okay, Monday, cool, then I could buy some groceries that day. I can get this cell phone bill taken care of. I could do something for my kids, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And then, you know, probably around noon on Monday, I'm gonna start getting it in. I'm gonna, you know, putting pen to the paper and really knock this thing out. And
Mhm.
then that payment don't come through. You be
Yeah.
like, damn, okay, well, now I got to pivot and think about how to get some money today doing something else or moving some things around, you know. And then it comes on Friday and you kind of like, shit, I low key forgot about that, you know what I'm saying? Kind of
Yeah.
lost the juice, you know, kind of lost the momentum on it. Then you got to rev it back up. So, I mean, that part of it can kind of make it a little bit challenging. Once you kind of understand that's part of the game, you'll get better and better at that skill, and you know, being able to turn it on and off as the business gets handled. But
Mhm.
yeah, not really though. Outside of that, like, you know, it ain't really no watered down in here, man. I'm so drenched in it at this point. I've got so many stories and ideas to tell that I'm genuinely excited about damn near everything that I'm doing for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, bet.
Gotcha. Got that creative bug. Always juices always flowing and everything. Written create mode all the time.
Man, it's a drug for sure. You know, people, I can see how people get addicted to this for sure. And then I got a bunch of good people around me right now, man. A lot of budding creatives doing well. So, you know, usually when I can sit down with some people, it's a session to remember for sure.
Hmm. And that's a true blessing right there to have the right people in your corner and help you out and the right ones you want to go to get these certain things done. So that's a blessing for you in itself, man. So
Absolutely, man. It takes a team for sure.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. And she's right back on time with everything. But
There we go.
I'm gonna let her get a little bit settled in. So besides the filmmaking, producing, and the writing, and everything, what else do you do? But to enjoy yourself in your downtime when you do have downtime.
Man, downtime is a little tough right now. That's an expensive luxury for me. So I don't get a lot of downtime. Hopefully I'll get to that point to where I could do some traveling.
Mm,
Spend a little bit more quality time with the fam. I do a lot of working and quality time at the same time, so that gets a little bit challenging when my full attention isn't always locked in on my kids or my wife or something like that. But I would definitely like to do some traveling at some point. I'm a hooper though, man. I grew up an athlete, so I love basketball. Anytime
oh,
I could go hoop, that's my first love. I probably still love basketball damn near more than anything. So like, whenever I could go do that or just be in that atmosphere, that's
yes.
always what's up.
He's a hooper, man. Do you get? I know you get tired of the debate, LeBron versus MJ and Kobe. So who is your GOAT? I know you're from LA, so who?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely from LA, and I started watching basketball Kobe's rookie year, so I watched his whole career. So Kobe is my favorite player of all time.
Come on.
That's always going to be the best player that I've ever seen. I've seen 90% of his games. You know what he did for the city and the championships and the shift
Mm,
in the culture. That's embedded for me. I think MJ got the best shoes. You know what I'm saying, for sure.
mm,
I think culturally he shifted the league at some point. But I'm gonna probably go with LeBron, man, as the GOAT for real. Like, just the
mm.
best player that's ever really graced the game from all aspects. Like, he's
Yeah.
got all the records and all the accolades, low key. And they tried to shit on him for years about him not being a scorer and his clutch gene not being there. But then you pull up like 20 buzzer beaters and everything he does in the fourth quarter and how he's got all the clutch points and all the clutch minutes, and then
Mm,
he's played so long at this point. He got all the records. Like, to
It's
do
gonna,
it for that long,
yeah,
people don't want to include longevity. Like, they don't want to include that. But
no,
that's a part of the factor for me. Like, you
yeah.
got to look at the body of the whole career and just
Yeah.
be like, man, there's a lot going on there. Otherwise, you could pick people like Derrick Rose, who had a small stint of heroism before he got injured, or there's so
Yeah.
many other people who did it in a short period of time. But
right.
yeah, them is just my thoughts on it. They've been debunking a lot of shit Jordan had going on too about
Mm,
his stats being padded and the error and stuff like that. I didn't witness Jordan, so I can't really speak to the greatness.
yeah.
I just seen the same 7 highlights that everybody else saw, and I just gave it to him off nose.
Yeah,
But
no, and now they're showing my age, but I do remember them playoffs with Jordan. I'm
yeah,
not
see,
saying,
that's a different combo for people who actually saw it. Like, for me, I seen LeBron and Kobe, so I know that.
Mm,
Jordan is like a myth to me, and I'm like, Kobe with Jordan for me. So I
yeah,
don't really have him much in the
yeah,
convo like that, but
yeah,
I appreciate what he did. I
yeah,
love the activism though too of what these other two superstars do.
yeah.
So I gotta take it outside of basketball a little bit for me when I'm
Mm,
judging the criteria. When they asked Jordan to go represent us, he was like, "I'm cool." So I never really let that go.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I gotta admit that. Yeah, you're right.
And
But
then I heard that his people skills was not that great.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know, man. I live a hard life being black. So people got a microphone and they got power and they got some influence and they got a bunch of white friends that they making billionaires. And to just be like, oh, I'm cool, y'all, don't worry about it.
yeah,
No, it ain't really that cool for me out here, bro. I need you
yeah.
to say something.
mhm, mhm.
They
so like
listening to you.
what do you think about the whole Mamba thing that Kobe kind of started? It's like
Man,
this Mamba mentality.
I think it's incredible, man. Like, that's embedded in me low key for real, just because
Mm,
of, me seeing it so much, and to be that hungry for perfection and to really love a craft of something. Kobe, he gave everything he had to basketball, even his life in the end. He was going to hoop for his little girls, creating a way for them. So everything that he did with that mentality on showing people like, look, Yeah, I love what Gilbert Arenas said too about Kobe being like the prototype of like a tip, just an average player. Like Jordan had the huge hands, like Vince Carter had the bounce. Like there's so many phenomenally gifted people in the NBA who grace the NBA, and
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's 6'8", 20, 30 years in the league, still playing, and you got Kobe, regular dude, and he was able to do everything that he did, and that just showed his work ethic and like his mentality and how he approached every day at just getting better.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So talk to us about this. I know a few years ago, you and your team went to the ABFF, the American Black Film Festival Awards, and that's over there in Miami, correct?
Yep, in Miami.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, talk to us about that journey because I remember reading saying that you was like, man, the way y'all pulled that off and pandemic and everything else. So talk to me about your experience because I want to go, but I didn't get a chance to go. But talk to us about your experience there, you and your team.
I think ABFF has been a stable for, I think they've been doing this 20 plus years, something like that, an incredibly
Yeah.
long period of time. They've been putting on creatives of color and allowing us to tell our stories. So they've definitely been a step in the right direction for me and part of my journey. I went there in 2022 and I was just back there this year in 2024, back in June. So
Nice.
the first two movies I ever wrote and produced both got nominated at ABFF. So, I definitely thank you. I definitely appreciate them for, supporting what I've been doing personally, but as well for everybody else in the culture. But it's a great, I look at ABFF as a great opportunity to network across, kind of like what Issa Rae said. I know for me, that's been like probably the best advice I've ever received from somebody I never met was Issa Rae saying to network across. So when I attend places like ABFF or other film festivals, I like to focus on the creatives that are there, man. Just build those bridges, those relationships, see who's doing what, figure out who's hiring. I'm for hire.
Mm,
People. I don't just make my stuff. I do work for
yeah.
or with other creatives. So, to be around a bunch of doers is really empowering, inspiring. So I think they do a good job of getting a lot of people in one area for you to be around and hopefully meet some people that you can continue to grow with for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. That's what I'm focused on. And thank you for sharing that, by the way, man. I know that was dope to be around your peers and everything else we've been working hard on. And that's I've been telling a few of my other peers, like for us that are actors and writers and directors or whatever, start going to these film festivals, especially that one. Like I'm telling everybody to aim for Sundance and aim for ABFF next year. So my pocket's I'm be doing a whole lot of overtime to be getting to these places to pitch myself on some things. So, but it's all
Yeah,
worth it, like I said.
I think I think it's good for that, man. I've never been to Sundance. I know that's the big stage.
Yeah,
But I love what these up and coming festivals like the Show Film Festival bring to the table. I was just in the New York Latino Film Festival. That was amazing. Um, and to be able to see kind of how they're cultivating community creatives, how they're building, is something that I think people do want to be a part of. Like to be able to meet people who are making stuff, doing stuff, and to have them right there before they blow too much. It's like you can't really attend the festivals expecting to meet the superstars, the people who are
mm,
the highest of the highest apex. Like you've got to go into the film festivals, or just my personal advice, my experience. You go in looking for some people that you can work with so you can get to that level for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man.
gosh,
I know we attended a couple of festivals. We got to see Ethan Hawke in Austin.
Mm,
yeah,
Austin is becoming one of those movie staples. You
yeah,
know, um,
for sure.
yeah, it's getting big with their film festivals. That was pretty cool. So yeah, I got to get into. We got to get into these festivals for sure. You ever come down to South by Southwest?
Not yet, man. I want to. Yeah, I definitely want to. Like, I want to hit the ones that I feel like people talk about. Yeah, for sure. And I want to hit the ones that kind of promote content of people of color for sure.
Yeah, for
mm,
sure, for sure. South by Southwest is one of them. So you got your start on Showtime's Kidding, HBO Euphoria. KC Undercover and Run the World on Stars. Did you only work in a writing room, or were you able to direct in some of those projects?
No, I stayed at the assistant level on those shows, so that was really like the beginning of my TV and film career on this side of the business after music. But I was a PA, production assistant for Casey Undercover. I was a writer's PA on Casey Undercover. And then the rest of the shows I was able to move into a writer's assistant position on. So I worked in production. I worked in the room, mainly on the shows.
Nice, man. You start getting more experience and getting more feel for the playing field as well too. That's dope to be in those atmospheres and pick everybody's brain and learn from that as well too.
Yeah, man. I mean, I contribute all of my success, my growth, my abilities to that experience for sure. Like, I want to say that all those 4 shows that I was on, all those shows were like the top shows on their networks, the top 1 or 2 shows.
Yeah.
And they were had some of the most genius writers creating those stories. And they were all nominated for stuff, man. So like I was able to see high level people do high level things at a consistency to where they can make hit shows. And then I had the maybe not. I was gonna say I had the autonomy, but not really. But I was able to finagle my way through those experiences to learn a lot more from other departments. So like I would go shadow some of the directors on some of those shows, go down the set, try to befriend people. I would pick the producers' brains, figure out what they're doing and forge some relationships like that. So I was able to just soak up a lot of game. And then I was fortunate because at the time I was on all those shows, I just started making my own content. So I was taking what I was learning every single day and I was applying it in real life, creating my own web series. I created like over 10, 15 web series. I did over 100 million views online in like a couple of years span. I was able to work with a bunch of creatives, but everything that I was seeing on set in real life at the highest level, I was mimicking. I was just taking that. I was taking that, and I was just doing the same thing. If they had a call sheet, I had a call sheet. If they had a table read, I had a table read. If they did rehearsals, I did rehearsals. Like whatever I was experiencing or seeing, I was actively applying to the stuff that I was creating.
Man, that's what's up, man. And be working with some of those stars right there, like Zendaya, Big Jai. Who else was on there? I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to go through everybody that was on there, but like you said, that was just a true blessing.
Jim Carrey. I worked with Jim Carrey. I'm kidding. Phenomenal. Zendaya, of course, phenomenal. Like she's so talented. I was on Casey Undercover and Euphoria with her. But super cool person, down to earth, just phenomenal superstar.
Yeah, man. I heard great things about them as well too. I'm sorry, run that back. Did you say Jim Carrey as well?
Yeah, I worked with Jim Carrey on Kidding, man. You talk about talent, bro. Whew. Yeah, that's one of the ones.
Man, he just seems like he's such a genuine guy as well too. Very caring for not just for the way he's at now. He's more caring about your mental health and everything else. And he just seems like an all around great guy.
I think he definitely got something to say for sure.
Yeah,
He's been through some things, and I think he's got a perspective that's pretty unique for sure.
Yeah, we need more people like that in the business that's caring like that right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, man, so now let's talk about your projects as well. Now, so pretty much Confessions. That's one of them as well. You have Trifecta, and then you have this title right here. I know when you hear this title, everybody give you a question mark. The lesbian homie. So yeah, let's talk about some of your projects and how you got some of these started.
Man, I've been running into the right people, man, really at the right time. I've always I've chased some people down too, like I've tried to work my way into some circles to be able to create with some people. I've been lucky enough that some people have seen some of my stuff and, reached out to me personally. But I'm just hustling, bro. Like, the cool thing about some of the people that I've worked with, I've been fans of theirs too. So like to be able to work with them, on their stuff or to meet them or, have something to say about the stuff that they've been doing, is helped me build some relationships for sure. And then, through relationships, you make other relationships. So yeah, man, I've just been hustling, getting these gigs as much as possible.
Sworn is your new project. It's been winning awards. It's got mentioned in Deadline article and Hollywood Reporter with Cassandra Lee. Let's talk about this. It's major.
Yeah, Swoon, definitely. We've been nominated. We ain't won nothing yet. But I appreciate you speaking that out there because we still in the Michelle Film Festival. So, hopefully we got 4 nominations there: Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Directing, Best Writing. So hopefully we get at least one of those. But, the nominations are definitely the wins just in itself. But Swoon is a psychological thriller. It's about a woman who wakes up tied to a bed, and then her captor tries to convince her that they're in a relationship, that they're a couple. So it's like it's a gaslighting roller coaster of a thriller ride. It's it's an independent film, so it's cost efficient. You know what I'm saying? So we did what we could do with the resources that we had, but luckily we had some amazing talent attached. Cassandra Lee Diaz, she's the lead actress. She played Emma in the movie, did a phenomenal job. I worked with Rich Morrow, who was one of my producing partners and a friend of mine. He was in the movie, phenomenal. Deron Cash, who played our lead, our antagonist, he was amazing. And the rest of our cast too, man. My boy Dean Will came through, Evangelis, Herbert, Dale Harrison. Man, it was a lot of people, man. We had a good time, but it was a great movie, independent film. It should be out in October, I believe. I'm still working on that, but we're in the Michelle Film Festival, October 26th, depending on when this releases. So come check it out in person. I'll have a couple of more private screenings around LA. If we get some traffic and some momentum, we might take the show on the road and premiere it in places. We was actually just talking about Austin, going out there because I got some relationships out there to maybe premiere it, or in Houston because I got some relationships there. But it's a good movie. The quality is exceptional. The cinematographer Josh Ladd, he was amazing. Our grip and gaff team were phenomenal. The colorist was fire. My editor Josh was amazing. Like it was a lot of highly talented, skilled creatives, super passionate about completing something. And I believe we got the best work out of everybody involved in the project. My boy Alec, he managed our sound team. He's an award-winning sound professional. He's got awards for Miles Morales, the Spider-Verse. He got a couple. So you have some phenomenal talent attached to the movie, but definitely check it out. If y'all see it pop up anywhere on any streamers, definitely give it a view. And if you don't like it, talk good about it anyway. So yeah.
You have to bring it here to Houston. I mean, we are we're booming, it's getting better here.
Yeah.
Definitely bring it here and show it.
Houston is popping. I just did a movie out there a month or two ago, something like that. So I was just out there for like a week. But I'll be back. I got some relationships out there. I definitely want to come out there. I love to come out there and work.
Yeah.
So while I'm out there, I could be paid to be out there, but I'm gonna make my way around there. I got family out there, so I frequent here and there.
Bet.
Okay. I'll ask you something really quick. I heard you say Dean Wilson. Is he from Houston?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Is he a comedian?
Dean is a comedian. Yes, he is. Yeah.
I know him personally.
Yeah.
Me and Dean, we actually were high school sweethearts.
Shut up! What?
Yeah. If you look at his prom pictures, I was in prom pictures.
Touche.
I'm pulling those out. That's crazy. That's my boy. Dean is one of my best
friends.
What? Yeah, I'm like, tell us about this. Like,
tell us more.
You gotta watch.
So I met him playing. So he played basketball, and I played basketball, and that's how we met. He came to my school to play ball, and I think I had left something in the bus, and I came out of the gym and I was walking to the bus, and he's like, "Hey, who are you?" So we talked, and yeah, that was my high school sweetheart.
That's funny. I'm texting Dean right now.
Like let Dean, she is married. Just leave her alone, bro. But we cool people.
But that like he's cool people, very cool
Yeah.
people.
No, Dean is a sweetheart, man. That's an outstanding dude, man. He's a very genuine person.
Mhm.
He cares about his craft. He is definitely a comedian, but he did no comedy in this film. So I would love for people to see his actual range, because I think he's definitely a very talented actor in all genres.
That's dope too. And you tackle different genres as well too, man. Looking
Mhm.
at your work, man, that's dope, man.
Yeah, I don't like to stay boxed in, man. I think when I first decided to become a writer, and people in the business and the industry that would ask me what type of writer I was, and I was confused by the question. What do you mean? I'm a
Mm.
storyteller, and they were like, "Oh no, is it comedy or drama?" And I'm like, "All right, both." And they were like, huh, "You can only do one of those. Huh, you can't
Man,
do both." And I was like, "I think you can do both. I don't know who told you you couldn't do both. But
Yeah.
say
if
that for
people are
people.
proving that all the time, that you can absolutely tell
Mhm.
any genre you want if you dedicate and put some work to it."
Man, tell people that in the back, man. Say it again, man, because they're
Please.
it's like I be telling people that too. Like as far as my acting, they be saying what type of act. I say I can do dramatic comedy, anything that I can see myself doing. That's for all of us.
Yeah,
That we can see ourselves doing that we're comfortable with. We
Yeah.
got you. It just
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
It takes some work and some skill to be dynamic like that, but if
Mhm.
you got the hustle, man, you're gonna figure it out. Get around some good training, some good people.
So, any gems or anything you want to drop to let people know, man? Like the road to get to where you at. I mean, I know you still got a long. You can still got some more to go to.
Man, I'm hustling.
Hustling.
Yeah,
So,
I definitely say, man, like entertainment and the arts is something you definitely want to be passionate about, because it's going to be a lot of adversity that you're going to face in this business, a lot of criticism. It's going to test you mentally, physically, emotionally. Like I think Nipsey said it in some interview of how he was tested of all the emotions that he went through on his journey, and that's an absolute fact. Like there's going to be the highs, there's going to be the lows. You got to find somewhere you can find some ground. Pursue your passions. I'd also say, be fearless, put your stuff out. The criticism, I mean, you don't really have to pay attention to it. I don't pay attention to it. Like I put out some stuff that people thought sucked, I'm sure. But I don't really care if somebody were to say that. I'm on my own personal journey. The reality of it is that I've got to get better and better and better and better and continuously get better if I really want to be a fixture or a staple in the game. So you've got to find the starting point, and as long as you're finding some ascension, then you're finding success. If you're going the other way, you might want to switch careers. You might want to switch up something. Maybe you're not a writer. Maybe you're a director. Maybe you're a producer. Maybe you're something else. Who knows? Maybe you're supposed to be in real estate and invest in the film. Who knows? But if you can find some ascension, celebrate those wins and continue to do that, and find some good people too. It's hard out here. You want to find like-minded people that you can lean on when your rent is due and you need to borrow $200. You need to, find those type of people. You need to find some people that when your creative is all gassed and exhausted and you feel like, I don't want to do this shit no more, they go, no, man, you should keep doing this. The last thing you did was amazing and I believe in you and we could do it. And then you want to find some people that are more talented than you that you can learn some stuff from. That competition stuff. I grew up an athlete, so I know real competition. Real competition is at the end of the game, there's a clear winner and a clear loser, and the points tell you that. In entertainment, you're not competing against nobody for real. Like,
Mhm.
there's nothing at the end of the. They try to make them award like that's a competition or this is for the best, that's fake too. You know, you giving out 7 awards for 10,000 people, like that don't make sense. So it ain't no competition is my real point. You know, it's you versus you, which is cliche, but that's the truth. Like you got to continuously look at your body of work and find how to get better with what you're doing and not really worry about the other people.
Man, that's a whole word right there, man. Thank you
For real.
for sharing that, bro.
Man, appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Man, tell us where we can follow you at.
Man, I'm on Byron P. Manuel on all platforms. This is Dean. He sent me your Instagram. Yeah, answer the question. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, no, you can find me Byron P. Manuel, Instagram. My YouTube is I'm Fresh Films, I still believe it is, or Byron P. Manuel.
Okay.
I'm on some of the other stuff, but I don't really be on it. You can get me on Spill, Byron Manuel or Byron P. Manuel, something like that. But yeah, check me out on whatever. Follow me. I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of casting for actors. You know, you need a role. I make money for people who want to make money. So you can definitely invest into what I'm doing. And I create with the best of them. So if you're also a creative and you feel like you want to get this work and you feel some alignment, definitely hit me. You can still reach me right now. In a year or two, I don't know what them DMs are going to look like for a while. It's not. I'm going to stop answering the calls at some point.
Well, look, we all
I didn't switch up. I'm busy.
Yes.
No, trust me, I
We
get
want
it.
that for you. We want that for you.
Yeah.
Straight up,
But look,
man.
we all actors, so we putting in our bid right now. Look.
Wait, hold up real quick. That's my wife pulling in. I'm in the garage.
It's all good, bro. I'm over here at work on the clock.
I know about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Byron May. And you know what? Before I let you go, I gotta give a quick shout out to Justin Graves, bro. We gotta get you on the show, man. Maybe get both of y'all on the show at the same time. You gotta
Yes.
talk about your work, man. But I would never have met you if I didn't talk to Justin, because Justin, we wound up finding each other.
Sweet.
I think he hit me up one day, or I don't know how you know how this thing goes. You just run to people on social media, and he was trying to cast me in something, but I was like crazy busy, so I just started just sending more people, more actors towards his way. So we just been locked in since. So man, shout out to Justin Graves, man. I appreciate it, King. And yeah, man. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Byron Manuel, many blessings to you, King, to you and your family. Maybe to see your wife. I know your wife's rolled up.
Yes.
Shout out to her as well.
Blessings to you and the family.
I appreciate y'all, man. Have me on anytime.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.